This is our 21st century classroom.
Hundreds of teachers from more than a dozen schools that comprise the SRT-2 area turned out for a special technology camp held at Dunbar Elementary School on the Friday before the start of classes for the new school year.
The devices are almost identical.
From iPods and iPads to Promethean boards and laptop computers to web-enhanced instructional programs and 21st century classrooms, this was an opportunity for teachers to see and experience firsthand technology integration into the learning environment in an interactive and hands-on manner.
It's about student achievement, and we want to know how we incorporate that in order to help our students be 21st century.
Nearly 24 displays and demonstrations of the latest technology being used to educate today's students greeted these tech-hungry teachers who enthusiastically absorbed the hardware and software, all designed for use in today's 21st century classroom.
We talked about the fact that once students get a textbook in front of them, that textbook is about 7 years old. There are many more tools that provide real-time information, and technology is a primary tool for doing that.
Well, students are kind of coming ahead of the teachers. They kind of used to technology and used to the fast pace of technology, and teachers are trying to catch up to the students. So it's important that the teachers have an idea of what interests students and what can help them in the 21st century to help differentiate instruction, to help them understand standards and become engaged in the learning.
It's wonderful in terms of giving you that real-time data on the fly so that you can see immediately what needs to happen.
Today's new technology allows teachers to instantly know whether their students are absorbing specific lessons being taught through a handheld electronic device and system called Activotes.
Immediately, the teacher would know what students answered what. She would know immediately if she needed to do a reteaching, if she needed to tweak her lesson, if she needed to divide the group, incorporate peer tutoring. She could also know how quickly the students responded, if they grasped the concept, or if she could move on, or if she needed to go back over a couple of items.
We have a completely different generation of children, hands-on, visual, audio, and all of these learning skills are put together at the same time. And they seem to grasp concepts much easier, especially with them being so familiar with computers, the mouse. This expands their education. They can check sources right there on the internet. We can also have partnerships with different schools in different countries, and we can communicate by Skyping, which with my school we'll be doing that with a school in Jamaica, a partner school in Jamaica, and one in Africa.
I think today's learning environment just looks radically different. It's a lot more fast-paced. Students need to be able to take in information in a lot of different ways. The typical lecture doesn't provide them with maybe the education that our kids need today. In a technological world, you know, things move much more quickly, and they really need access to all these resources, and they need to know how to use those resources. They need to know what email is and how to type things, and just more. I think you can learn more. The faster that you pick these things up, the more that you use these resources, you're really adding to your education because you can move at a much more quick pace.
We've tried to put all those documents in one place for you.
And the district's first 21st century model classroom that is specifically designed for teacher professional development is all but completed here at Dunbar Elementary School.
This 21st century classroom consists of a Promethean board as well as an active view document camera, which actually blends seamlessly with the board. So you can actually, for instance, conduct a science experiment virtually using, you don't have to have several microscopes. You can actually use the document camera to conduct an actual virtual dissection, for instance. Also in this room you have iPod touches as well as iPads. You have flat screen TVs. You will have Wii technology, which, believe it or not, a lot of people think Wiis are for playing games. However, there's a suite for specifically education. Also in this room we have thin clients. The latest and greatest is the new HP touchscreen, which is wonderful. Many of our students are visual learners and kinesthetic learners, and it gives them a chance to interact with the technology.
Right-click, you can also look at this. You'll like this, extract text. You can pull out one word. Wow.
Judging by the interest expressed by teachers attending the SRT-2 technology camp, this room will be busy with thousands of other APS teachers familiarizing themselves with the technology knowledge and experience they need to effectively educate today's 21st century students.